So I'm just waiting for people to come in. I'm not sure there's anyone in here. Yeah, in the Zoom room. Anyone in the Zoom room? Let's have a little look. Let's just check with Lindsay.
Yes, darling, you've got about 17 there now, which is great. All starting, oh, now they're all coming in now.
Lindsay is talking. I can't hear anything.
Can you not hear me? That's weird.
I can't hear you, Lindsay, no.
Let me try.
Is there anyone here? If I can't see anybody. This is strange.
Can you hear me now, darling?
Can't hear Lindsay talking. Oh, there's lots of people here. Okay, so there's loads of people here, but I can't hear anyone. Let me just see.
I wonder if it's, oh.
Host disable participant screen. I wanted to do the audio settings on your Mac. I don't think so. The only thing it could be was that thing earlier that we were practicing with the computer audio. That's the only thing that's different.
Maybe, okay.
I'm here. I can see you, but nobody else. Okay. Thank you, Emma. I'm just trying to work out what's gone on here. No, I've got Lindsay, tech support host. I can hear you okay. You won't see anyone in the video, given that you're using a webinar. Okay, so is it just ready for me to just go? Is that right, Lindsay? Sorry about this, everybody, guys. Yeah, all ready to go. Okay. All right, well, let's do this. It's a little bit different to how I normally do my Zoom because we're doing a webinar tonight. So sorry for that. A little bit of tech to begin with. So let's just all settle down. Hopefully everyone is here. Let's have a check. Lindsay's going to be letting a few people in as we go. And I'm also just going to go live on Instagram as well. So if you just bear with me 1 second whilst I just go live there. And then I will be ready to start. So thank you so much for coming tonight, everybody. Let's just go live on Insta.
Basic human right.
So here we go. A little bit of live on Insta as well. Okay, great. So all right, thank you for your patience, everyone. Hello, Instagram. So this is tonight's first session in Prepare to Teach Baby Massage. So first of all, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who has turned up today and signed up for this. I really appreciate your time. I know that it's super precious. And we have almost 500 people who have signed up to come along tonight and watch. Or if you are watching on replay, remember, I'm always here to take your questions if you have any. And over the next 3 days, I'm going to be taking a deep dive with you and look at the key skills and the process in order to become a baby massage instructor. And this course is designed to help you know if teaching baby massage is for you by me sharing my experience over the last 20 years of becoming a baby massage teacher, changing my career from a corporate finance lawyer in the city, becoming a baby massage instructor whilst having 3 children under 3.5, how I developed Blossom and Berry through that process, and how I've empowered over 2,000 baby massage and yoga teachers and tree babies teachers all across the world. So you're in safe hands. This is a safe space. You can ask any questions you want. I'm always available. You can book calls with me via the website. You can message me. You can take some questions. I can take some questions at the end of the session as well. And really, this is for you to just take the time and the space, which I think is really important, to kind of know if this is for you, because a lot of the time we are drawn to study or to learn about things that just energetically resonate with us. And maybe you have had a baby recently and you've gone to a baby massage class and you thought, wow, this is really amazing. I'd love to hold classes like this. Or maybe you've had a baby recently, or you have a young family and you have real reverence for the power of the family and the value of parenting, and you'd like to give back or support parenting in the community, create connection, create a community that feels aligned for you, and also contribute to helping to develop infant mental health and maternal and paternal mental health. Or maybe you're working already with a parent and baby wellness business and you want to add baby massage and baby yoga to that. Whatever your reason is, the most sort of powerful thing you can ever give yourself is time and space to explore the ideas, because then when you say yes, you're saying yes from a place of certainty, a place of intuitive knowing, not just taking a risk. And then when you step into it, you can really, give it your all. And so that's what I desire for you over the next 3 days, is to understand the process of becoming a baby massage instructor. I'm going to be breaking it down into the 3 key pillars that I see help you to be a successful teacher and make it much easier to make that transition into having your own business or your own teaching practice. And to honor your time, when you signed up, you will see that we have given you a learning booklet, which inside there are a number of questions, like self-reflective practice questions that you can answer, and you can submit them to me, and I will mark that workbook, and we will send you a certificate of attendance, because we really want to honor the fact that you're spending this time, because I know how precious time and space is. So again, thank you so much for being here. And that's my desire, is to make these 3 days as full of value, as full of knowledge, as full of my lived wisdom of being in the parent and baby wellness space for the last 3 years. And as I said, it's a time for you to connect and ask questions too. If you haven't joined the Village membership, it's completely free. It's on Facebook. That is our open group for anybody who has an interest in parent and baby wellness. Now, what I mean by that is anything to do with the health, the physical, the emotional, the mental, or the spiritual health of parents and babies. And I created that group because regardless of whether you're a Blossom and Berry teacher or not, if you are supporting parents and babies, I want to support you. And this really comes down to Blossom and Berry's mantra that we've had for the last 15 years, which is that love creates love, and it is absolutely everything that is the glue that holds Blossom and Berry together. All of our international branches, all of our 2,000 teachers across the world, all of our charitable projects, everything that we do, it's all love creates love. And what that is that I'm here to love, support and nurture you so that you can love, nurture and support parents who love, nurture and support babies. And that is how love creates love. And Blossom and Berry has been designed in a way so that you can be your own kind of beautiful when you teach. We are not a franchise. We are not a license. We have the highest quality training. We have award-winning training, fully accredited, fully assured. And it's designed to allow you to be your own kind of beautiful, and also so that you feel supported from the roots up through the trunk, which is all of our amazing teaching team, which we have many, many incredible people, out into the branches that literally go across the world, from Mexico to the Middle East to Australia to Botswana. To Mexico, everywhere we're hoping to spread our branches. And then each branch has a beautiful flower And from that flower, it produces its own fruit, and that fruit is all your own. And that is really the whole basis of Blossom and Berry. Very unique organization. And yeah, we're here to serve parents and babies. That's why we exist. Because my vision 20 years ago was to make sure that all babies know that they are loved, they are seen, they are nurtured, that they are important, and to really help to nurture them to their full potential, because that's how we change the world, by helping all of us humans, particularly in the first 1001 days of life, to become the best versions of ourselves. And so that's what actually baby massage and baby yoga and Tree Babies classes are all about. It's about deeply nurturing and deeply caring for parents and babies so that they can feel safe. Because when we feel safe, we can open up, we can share, we can be vulnerable, we can express our emotions, and we know that we're not alone and that we're connected. And that is just one of the biggest kind of gifts that you can give anyone in life, and particularly to create these environments for babies, it's life-changing. So that's really part of my motivation for setting up Blossom and Berry and creating this course and talking you through that process. So tonight I'm going to be talking all about kind of pillar one of preparing to teach baby massage, which is expertise and knowledge. How do you become confident in becoming a baby massage expert and share your knowledge in a way where you don't have imposter syndrome, you feel confident, you feel relaxed, you feel empowered, and you're really going to be sharing the why as to, you know, what is the reason why we do baby massage, not just how to do baby massage. That's one thing that you can actually find that out, you know, like maybe by Googling or going onto YouTube, but the real why. So we're going to be delving into that tonight. Tomorrow, we're going to be looking at what it means to be a dynamic teacher. So what are the skills that you need to create beautiful group, to help them to bond together, to have really good group dynamics, to hold the space so everyone feels welcome. We're going to think about things like inclusivity, diversity, how to create safety, how to encourage people to be vulnerable, how to make sure that everyone is included. So we're going to be looking at that, and also how to plan and create beautiful spaces that are more than just, you know, like parents transactionally coming in, doing a class and leaving. We really want parents to feel that in Blossom and Berry classes, they are important, you know, they matter, because parents are babies' first teachers. They're the most important people, I believe, in society, because they're literally nurturing the future. The future is in your hands, in your arms as a parent. So this is why at Blossom and Berry we absolutely love to nurture and support parents, because then we're creating this wonderful environments for babies. So we're going to look at that on day 2, which is tomorrow. And then day 3, we're going to be looking at how to create a successful teaching practice, because I am the world's leading parent and baby wellness mentor. I have taught and trained some of the biggest parent and baby wellness teacher training companies in the world, like Home Birth School, Aquasensory, many other big training organizations. And I've also helped to empower over 2,000 mainly women entrepreneurs set up their own businesses across the world, teaching baby massage and baby yoga. And obviously I have over 20 years experience of growing Blossom and Berry from 2 parents in my front room to now have impacted almost 500,000 babies across the world. And from that, I've been able to give back through my various charitable projects as well. So entrepreneurship is something I love. And obviously, I absolutely love infant mental health and parent and baby wellness. So at Blossom and Berry, we combine those 2 things together. And we also create quite something that's a little bit of a different vibration to some other parent and baby classes, which is all about creating circles. So rather than classes or sessions or courses where parents feel like they're coming and they are sort of heading in and they are going to be achieving something and then they're going to be leaving and they're going to be getting a certificate. And it's all about like the doing and the, yeah, tick that off the list, or filling up your Tuesday morning with something to do. Blossom and Berry classes, with the circle vibration, it's about holding space for each other. It's about co-creating the classes and creating genuine, authentic, deep relationships that go on way after the classes, so that you're actually creating sustainable community that holds parents and babies for way after the time that you are your time of teaching is over. So that's the legacy that you can create, is you can really build genuine sustainable community through having sessions that feel like family. That's really what we want. And again, that is the vibe at Blossom and Berry. We're all a global family. We're all those flowers on the tree. We're all our own kind of beautiful, but we all come together as well. So to get ready for tonight, you may or you may not have your Prepare to Teach Baby Massage booklet. If you do have it, that's great. You might want to have it here. If you don't have it, that's fine. You can look at it later. If you're not interested in getting the certificate of attendance, you don't have to do it at all. This is for you to receive whatever you desire. It is for you. It is free. It is value-led. It's going to give you a kind of a little bit of a vibe as to what my teaching style is like. You will see I don't really ever use slides. I don't really use PowerPoints or presentations, because I always talk from the heart. I always talk from a place of lived experience for the last 20 years. I always talk from a place of passion. And that's what I really want you to feel from me tonight, is my energy and my desire to support you in your journey to support parents and babies. So let's start by thinking about what you need to know and to master to become a baby massage teacher. So we're going to talk about how to develop your knowledge and expertise. Now, what we do at Blossom and Berry is we have a wealth of knowledge that we share with you, and it kind of goes into two branches. On one hand, we have knowledge that is built on evidence-based research and science, because I am a complete geek. So I have been studying infant mental health, early childhood development, neuroscience, attachment theory, bonding, epigenetics, pretty much every kind of aspect of early childhood development for the last 20 years. And that's my body of work. And it goes into Blossom and Berry courses because that's kind of like my masterpiece. So everything that, on one side, everything that is in Blossom and Berry is supported by research and evidence. And it's really important because I am a real geek. I love to read, I love to study, and I love to be able to tell people why something matters. And part of that is actually having research and evidence to be able to do that. So in the course, we provide you with all of that, and we have an extensive reading list that is fantastic. And we can give you some tips on that. I can put some books in the village membership for you tomorrow if you'd like to have a look at some of the books that we suggest. If you want one now, which I would absolutely suggest is an absolute must, is Vital Touch by a lady called Tiffany Field. That's one of my very favourite books on baby massage because it actually doesn't just look at baby massage, it looks at nurturing touch as a whole, from baby wearing to breast and chest feeding to co-sleeping to co-bathing to golden hour touch to baby massage, the whole way. So that is a fantastic book. One of the many books that we have on the course. And of course, Blossom and Berry, we have our own books as well. We have my book on baby massage, and we have other resources like Mother Light and Father Light, our poetry books as well, which really help to deepen the experience of coming to class. So we have all of that, which is really, really important to understand the scientific reason why touch and why love matters. And in essence, what it's doing, every single strand of the research and evidence-based studies that we show, it's all about supporting infant mental health. So infant mental health is really the core of teaching baby massage. What I talk about is that baby massage puts love into action. So it takes all of the science, all of the theory around why it's important to create a bond or have an attachment with a baby. And rather than reading about it, rather than studying it, rather than intellectually understanding it, what baby massage does, it actually puts it into action, because right in front of your eyes, the magic happens as soon as you connect to baby. Because as soon as you, as a parent or carer, touch your baby, you start that process of creating love. And it comes from the production of an amazing hormone called oxytocin. And on the course, we do a real deep dive into that as well. We do a deep dive into oxytocin and your nervous system, and how to regulate your nervous system, and the parasympathetic nervous system, and all the anatomy and physiology that supports this as well. But in essence, when you start to do baby massage and teach baby massage, you'll see this like magic. It's happening everywhere. We're not thinking about it. We're not studying it. We're not in our heads about it. We're doing it. And that is the absolute power of what we do. And I've actually had many infant psychologists, people who've studied infant mental health at the Tavistock Institute to MA level, and they're really like the top level of academic study, and yet they've come to teach baby massage, and they've been amazed at how they've taken that whole body of knowledge and they've actually put it into practice through actively, you know, through embodiment, through actively engaging and nurturing touch. So it's so powerful to take all of that and then to share it in a way that has such a huge impact. So we talk you through all of that. So we talk you through, first of all, the knowledge in terms of like your professionalism and ethics. So what is appropriate and what isn't appropriate. So we're very, you know, quite clear on who is the right person to massage a baby, which we believe at Blossom and Berry is the primary carer, whether that's the parent or the carer or adoptive family or foster care or whoever it is. It's the person that has the primary relationship with the baby. And that comes down to, you know, respecting babies, making sure that babies feel comfortable, protecting babies' sovereign power to say yes or no. So we look at things like consent issues, and just making sure that we're creating a very, very safe environment for babies to experience touch, because it's intimacy, you know, it's a really big thing. It's about trust and it's about safety for babies. So we look at all that sort of professionalism, you know, how to handle situations where you might have babies crying in a class, how not to overstep the mark and disempower parents, how allow parents to be witnessed in whatever parenting style that they're doing. So all of these things that you might be thinking, oh, what would happen if this happened in a class? We cover all of that so that you have the confidence to know, you know, how to hold space. That's what I'd say. Not how to fix parents, not how to tell parents what to do, not, you know, what's the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do. It's actually about how to see parents in their choices, respect them, witness them, and also offer them different choices which they can then decide to do. So we look at all of that and make sure you've got that first initial foundation from which to teach. And that's really important. It's one of the things that gives you the confidence to know what are the boundaries. And when you have good boundaries with your teaching, you can also have good boundaries in your class, which means that your class respect each other and you have less problems with, you know, maybe parents that are like talking during class, or like parents that might be oversharing, or parents that aren't feeling included. So this is really, really important as one of the foundational skills. And when we look at teaching tomorrow, I'll talk a little bit more about that. The other thing that we delve into in terms of science and research, again, staying on this side, which is the more kind of traditional way of understanding the benefits of baby massage, is we look at anatomy and physiology. So we go through and understand how baby massage affects every single body system. And we look at, you know, how it affects the circulatory system, the lymphatic system. So again, you understand why, and you realize how powerful touch is. So we look at touch, the history of massage, so that you can know why touch is so powerful. And as I mentioned earlier, we look in all the hormones that are produced, like oxytocin, which is absolutely incredible for parents and carers and babies. It's one of the really most powerful love hormones that's present during labour, when the womb is contracted, present if you choose to breast or chest feed, and present if you when you're massaging your baby. So any kind of skin contact creates oxytocin as well. So we want to have this beautiful, what we call love bubble, that is created after birth, particularly in the first 40 days after birth, it's a continuation of the original love bubble, which is the womb. And then we take the love bubble outside and we try to recreate it as much as we can. So we look at all of the anatomy and physiology around that. One of the big areas that we really delve into is neuroscience and psychology and infant mental health, and what are the key principles that help babies feel seen, heard, that they belong, and that they're accepted. Because what we now know through science is that the way that babies' brains develop in the first 1001 days of life, which is from conception to birth, is really how their brains will be for the rest of their lives. That's where the critical window is, where all of the neurons are connecting, and in particular where the emotional brain is really forming and developing. So this first critical 1001 days of life is what Blossom and Berry really focuses on. That's conception to 2. And there's actually quite a lot of research that now shows that that critical window isn't even really 1001 days. Some people suggest it's actually in the first 6 weeks after birth. That is when we need to really, really look after our baby's brains, and by making sure that they feel safe and protected, and that they're nurtured and that they're nourished. And that's really done with rest and recovery. And coincidentally, that's why in so many cultures around the world, we have the 40 days of rest, traditional 40 days of rest, which is equivalent to the 6 weeks for babies, because this is where, like I said, this crucial love bubble that we're creating helps to assist babies from transitioning from the womb to the world. It helps mothers, or those who identify as mothers, to transition from pre-motherhood to motherhood. And so this is such an important time for babies to receive love and to know that they're safe, and to develop this sense of trust and support. And it is absolutely vital to their brain development. So we do a real deep dive into this. And we link up with a lot of organisations that support infant mental health, such as Infant Mental Health Foundation, the International Association of Infant Mental Health. And there is a fantastic website, which is the 1001 Critical Days movement, where you can go over, if you want to have a look at that tonight, and find lots and lots of research and statistics about why love and nurturing care really, really matters. And it backs up everything that we do here at Blossom and Berry. On top of that, you can also find information to support what we're doing at the World Health Organization, which actually has something called the Nurturing Care Framework, which is being rolled out globally across the world. It has 5 pillars, which are securing the health and helping babies to reach their full potential. So everything we're doing there is also lining up with the World Health Association as well. So you might be thinking that baby massage is just this class that you go to. It's just, something to do, but it's not. It's transformational, it's powerful, it's incredible, and it's backed by all of this wisdom and science. So that's the pillar 1 of your knowledge and your expertise, is actually looking at the science, the research, evidence-based work. Now, pillar 2, which I also love as much, is all about intuitive knowing and instinct. And what baby massage is doing here is it is allowing parents to, yes, understand the science, but be empowered to follow their instincts, to not kind of ignore what their feelings are, not to kind of gaslight themselves when they want to do something with their babies and say, oh no, I shouldn't do that because I've read this and I've read that, and this person said this and this person said that. It's about allowing parents and carers to be in their full expression by creating spaces where the knowledge is not coming from the books and the research and the evidence. The knowledge is actually coming from listening to other parents and carers and sharing your experience. So this is the kind of old school way that we would have learned, by sitting in circle, by being in community, by listening to elders and listening to each other and learning from each other, from that shared wisdom. And that shared wisdom, that intuitive knowing, that like traditional way of being, is as valid as the evidence-based science as well. So we bring those two things together so that we've got an environment where parents can say, yes, okay, my head wants to know this, and yes, my heart is telling me that. And both of them are completely amazing, and both of them work together. There's not one or the other. There's room for both of them, but we create this so that this creates the space for really interesting conversation and dialogue, so that all parents can feel empowered with their own style of parenting. And that is so important. Because if you can't feel empowered with your style of parenting, if you can't be in true expression, then you can start to feel like there's something wrong with you, you're doing something wrong, you start to doubt yourself, you start to question yourself, whereas actually all parents and carers are the perfect parent and carer for their particular baby. They are the parent and carer of that baby for a particular reason, I believe. And they know the way. It's just that perhaps they haven't had the space, the time, the confidence, the safety to be able to ask questions and to explore different options and to talk about how they feel. So that is also a skill and something that we help you to develop at Blossom and Berry. And tomorrow I will be talking more about that, because we will be looking at how to teach. So we put those two things together. And alongside that kind of, we've got intuitive knowing that side, we've got science and research here. In the middle, we've also got a lot of information about love and what love means in terms of teaching love in your class. Because if you follow Blossom and Berry, you'll see that we talk about teaching love. We talk about being nurture ambassadors. So it's much more than just holding a baby massage class. When we talk about teaching love, what we're talking about is practicing acceptance, and we're talking about connection. That's really the two ways that I would probably say very, very important. And we're also being in your truth. And what that means is that we help you to really encourage parents to be here now, be in the moment, because the moment is where the magic happens. The moment is where that parent and carer gets to connect with their baby in a baby massage class. And it might be the only time in their busy week or their busy day that they have a chance to actually stop, breathe, be present with themselves, what's going on with them, take a moment just for themselves. Be present with their babies, take a moment and see what's present with their babies. Connect through their hearts, via their hands. Get that oxytocin flowing, which is absolutely crucial in creating connection and bonds and really feeling the love. Like chemically, oxytocin is the hormone that makes us feel like we're falling in love and bonds us for the long term, which is what we want with parents and babies and carers. And it allows us to just be in that moment now. And so we also look in the course a lot around mindfulness practices. We include a lot of meditations. There's journaling prompts. And it's very much a journey to go deeper into what love is. And, love is the thing that gets us through everything at all times. Love is the thing that means that when you've got up in the night or for the 10th time with your baby, you're accepting of it. You might find it difficult, it might be challenging, but you accept it because you love your baby and you know that's what your baby needs right now, and your baby is expressing their needs and you are responding to them. So that piece, that love piece, is very important as well. And that is something that will make you a really super knowledgeable teacher, because you'll have the understanding of the tenderness and the gentleness of which to treat babies, because babies are born into this world as 100% love. They're completely innocent, they are trusting, they are open, they are in a state of surrender, they are open to receive. All that they desire is to be connected to each other. They live in a state of magical wonder and awe. If you've ever looked at a baby, they are captivated by life in the most beautiful way. They can teach us a lot about being present. So we want to really allow babies to stay in this beautiful love bubble, which we talk about at Blossom and Berry as being really super crucial. And we want to encourage babies to just really uncurl into the world, feeling safe, feeling seen. And this creates the optimum conditions for their brain development, for their emotional development. And as I said, that's going to stay with them then for the rest of their lives. So what we're doing in classes is we're creating this kind of educational environment. We're creating a safe, intuitive environment, and we're also creating a kind of expansive environment where you just get to feel whatever is coming up. Because our feelings can tell us a lot more about what's going on than our heads, because our heads can be making up stories and projecting and can create things like anxiety or overthinking or overwhelm, all of those things, whereas our hearts always tell us, you know, that it's okay and that it's safe and that, you know, we're here to connect and that we're here to trust and we're here to allow, we're here to co-create, and we're here to just go with the process. So there's a lot there in the course that can help you to feel like an expert, and it can help you to feel really empowered. And what that means is that when you're teaching, you don't have a sense of imposter syndrome, or that someone's going to ask you a question and you're going to get found out. You can go into the classes not only feeling confident as a teacher, but, you know, as I am, passionate about a teacher, you know, like this matters, it has meaning to you. And when you have passion, you get out of your own way. You know, you find yourself doing incredible things, like the incredible things I've done. I've traveled around the world, I've set up charitable projects, I've set up international branches. You know, I've done it from a place of fearlessness because I believe in what I do. I believe powerfully that creating the most nurturing environments for parents and babies can really change the world. You know, we've got 1001 critical days to change the world. And so having that depth of knowledge, understanding the why love matters, why nurturing care matters, why responsive parenting matters, means that when you go into your classes, you're going from this place of passion, of power, of care, of meaning, and it just makes all of the difference. And I see time and time again people doing like more superficial courses or cheaper courses or quicker courses where you will learn how to do baby massage, you will learn the routine, you will learn what oil to use, you'll learn, you know, what the contraindications are, you'll learn all of those things. But what you might not learn, or you may, I don't know, but I can only talk from Blossom and Berries, what you will learn here is the depth and the importance of what we're doing. And that's really what opens you up to creativity and, you know, having classes that represent something that you've read that's really touched your heart and you're like, I want to share that with people. I want people to know about that. That's so important. I really care about this, and I'm on a bit of a mission now to share this. And that passion is what gets you through, you know, like the challenges which you do have when you're starting a teaching practice or balancing your own family and your teaching. It's that passion and that desire to share your knowledge with others that makes you feel like a very expert and knowledgeable teacher. And so, you know, it's just a beautiful process. It's a journey that you go on as a teacher. It's not a tick box exercise. At Blossom and Berry, it's about really having that full 360 holistic approach to why touch matters. And then once you have that, then you can talk from this place of love and passion and power. And it's also important to just honor as well, just take a moment to honor the lineage that I have received, because I want to honor my teachers. So I trained over 20 years ago with the IAIM, the International Association of Infant Massage. The founder is Vimala McClure, who is like the kind of person that, like, well, she's like my hero, actually. She was the person who brought baby massage over to the West, originally to the United States, and started a whole kind of movement really in the States to learn infant massage based on her experience of living in India. Well, she was volunteering in India and observing how babies who had, you know, very little material circumstances were thriving and happy and connected to their parents and carers because they were receiving daily massage, not always from the parent and carer, sometimes from someone who would be in the village. who'd be paid to do that, but it was culturally something that was really helping to support babies' health, well-being and development. She brought that over to the US, and then I trained in the UK 20 years ago, and I also trained in baby yoga with Birthlight, and the lineage there is from Dr. Francoise Friedemann, who was out working in the Amazon and noticing how babies were being carried and how intuitive movements were helping with sensory integration as well. So all of that is really important to honour what it is you're studying. And ultimately, the roots of baby massage come from India. That's where this particular lineage comes from. There's obviously examples of touch, which is very intuitive in so many cultures around the world, literally pretty much every culture. There's examples of babies being born and being like, wrapped or touched or skin to skin or snuggled or baby wearing or all of those things. And as mammals, it's our intuitive desire to connect through the skin. And if you look at baby mammals, you'll see the first thing that the mummy mammals, when they have their babies, the first thing they do is they lick their babies all over, which stimulates all the body systems, which allows babies to, start to breathe, circulatory system, the immune system, the excretory system, all of that is being stimulated by the mummy mammal licking the baby mammal all over. So we don't do that. Obviously, we use our hands, but it's the same process, the skin to skin and the massage and the holding, and often midwives might rub babies to just stimulate babies' nervous system, respiratory system, to just kind of bring babies more into an alert place. So many examples of that across the world, and it's our intuitive response. But then in India, through many generations, there's been this cultural practice of massaging babies, normally twice a day. It was done originally by a particular person, normally a woman in the village, whose job was to come and massage the mummy for 40 days after birth, and also to massage the baby. And that would be a way to kind of honour the process of journeying into a mother, to focus on rest and restoration. And the mothers would be nurtured for that first 40 days, that first 6 weeks, until their first bleed. And so they could be fully strong and fully able to look after their babies, and that babies were mothers and babies were kind of like in this love bubble, as I mentioned earlier. So that's the lineage of where this comes from, and that is also covered. And it's really important to talk about this, because we don't want to whitewash baby massage or make out that it's something that like I've come up with. It's not my concept. It's been passed down from generation to generation, and we honor those roots and we honor where it's come from, and we learn, and we have gratitude for the fact that we are able to learn from that culture and create all these beautiful groups around the world. So that's really important as well, and that's all included in the training. And it's really important to have these points so that we can, like I said, honor the roots and add our own style of baby massage and adapt it so that everybody feels included. So there's lots there. There's lots and lots of things that are important in terms of being an expert and having knowledge. The most important thing is to, have high quality training and to have ongoing support as well, because becoming a baby massage teacher is not just about getting a certificate. If you want to get a certificate in baby massage, it's possible you could get one online, like in 24 hours, and you can get some multiple choice questions and you can get a certificate. But the certificate is just a start. Like, the certificate is a bit of paper that says, yep, I passed this. But what really matters is your development as a teacher, and remembering that you're holding this very, very important space for parents and babies. You're holding the space, which means that you need to be confident in what you're doing. And so that's why at Blossom and Berry we have the ongoing community that allows you to be supported for life. And I have members of the community from over 10, 15 years ago who were the very first people who kind of ever trained with me when I first started in London, and they're still in the community now, still receiving, still giving, still part of the family. And that means that you're never alone and that you never get stuck. You can always come for a place to talk about any challenges that you have. You can always come to be celebrated, and that's really important. It's something that I didn't have when I first started teaching baby massage 20 years ago. I felt quite alone. I had my certificate, I had my big pile of books, I had a big ring binder, I'd gone on a 4-day course in person. But when I got home, I was like, okay, like now what do I do? Like I feel stuck, I can't remember, what was that thing? I haven't got any peers. And I felt really overwhelmed, and I actually ended up spending hundreds of pounds on books to try to give myself the confidence. So when I started Blossom and Berry, I decided that I didn't want it to be like that. I wanted it to be about community. I wanted it to be about being held. Because as I said, my desire is for parents to feel held, so babies feel held. My job is to hold you. And so that's why the community has been designed the way that it has, so that you're a student for life. You can come to as many of our live trainings on Zoom that you want. We have 2 for baby massage a year, 2 for baby yoga. You can come this year, next year, any number of times. Have our live monthly masterclasses. We're always having programs, different promotions, different awareness projects to bring light to things like infant mental health, or random acts of kindness, or National Nature Babies Day, or whatever it is we're doing. You're always part of something like that. And also we have our Mother Tree grant, where we give out a grant every month to people who are giving back to community. So it's much bigger than just getting a certificate. And that's a really important question to ask yourself. And, you know, only you know the answer to that is, do you feel how important is community and support for you? And, you know, if you think about what we're trying to replicate for parents and carers, is we want them to have community and support. So then that means that you need community support as well. Like, you don't have to do this alone. And if you're serious about teaching baby massage, it will be a journey. It will be about co-creation. It will be about like amazing highs. It will be about a few tears. It will be about making friends, because we have lots of socials. We go on retreat. Like I say, we're very, very connected in what we do. And so it's much more than just how quickly can I pass a course and get out there and, you know, maybe start a business, or, you know, start making money and things like that. Yeah, when we look at how to set up your teaching practice in week 3, we'll touch on all of that. But if the why isn't there, if the passion isn't there, if the purpose isn't there, if that deep desire to serve parents and babies isn't there, then, you know, sometimes whatever you do can feel empty. So that's my invitation, really. When you join Blossom and Berry, is you become part of something bigger than yourself. You know, you find the others and you're held in this gigantic love bubble. And then we create our individual love bubbles all across the world. And then parent and baby are in their own little one. And that's what feels really good. And that's what we've been doing for the last 20 years. So I think I'm going to kind of leave it there tonight with what I wanted to share. I don't know, I'm not sure if anyone can ask questions live in the box. If you have any questions and you want to pop them in the box, let's see if that works. This is a webinar, so I'm not sure whether it actually allows me to do that. But has anyone got a question or want to pop something in the box to ask me, I'd be more than happy to take any of your questions. So I'm just going to wait and see if anything is coming up here now. You can always contact me at any other time as well for questions. We're also live on Facebook, so I can check any questions in Facebook afterwards if you've got any there and you want to pop them in the chat box. So let's just have a little look and see if anyone has any messages for me tonight. Otherwise, well, whilst I'm waiting there, I'm just going to tell you about our baby massage course. So if you've been inspired tonight, obviously we've got 2 more days together, but you can train with us to be a baby massage teacher. We have something really special at the moment for you, which it gives you more. So when you join us, you get your baby massage doll, you get some beautiful surprises as well that are designed to nourish and nurture you. You get access to as many of our live trainings online as you desire. You can book them via the website. And you get access to our ongoing community for as long as you need it. And you also get our kind of startup, your baby massage teaching practice pack, which has got social media images. It's got our best business masterclasses. So it's going to give you everything that you need to really feel confident in what you're doing. So what I try to do is work backwards and think, what do you need to be a successful baby massage teacher? Okay, let me make sure that I've given you absolutely everything you need. So you've got the doll, you've got the books, you've got the ongoing live training, so your CPD is always up to date. You've got the ongoing community, so you've got a global family, you've got social activities, you've got monthly support and mentorship. And then how can I help you set up your business? Well, I'm going to share with you my best ever masterclasses on business and help you set up your social media, and so that you can literally get started like now. That's the thing. As soon as you decide, you can go onto Instagram. It takes about 30 seconds and you can put, this is, whatever you're going to call your baby massage teaching practice, and this is my practice, is coming soon. And that's what I always encourage my students and teachers to do, is to just go for it. Just to, if you feel the passion, there's only, the time is now. Follow that passion, you say yes, and then it all opens up to you. So we have that with a special 18-month installment plan. So we normally have 12-month installment plan, but just for this month only, we have an 18-month installment plan, which means you can get started and start teaching and spread the payment over 18 months, even though you can be actually set up and teaching in 12 weeks. So that's going to be available for you until the end of the month. And if you have come to tonight, day 1, or if you're watching this on replay and you get back to me before tomorrow night at 8 p.m, we have a special fast action bonus, which means that you'll get a one-to-one VIP start your teaching practice call with me, which is worth about £350 when I've got my global business mentor hat on. So all the information about that's going to be coming out on email. So if you're feeling, if one of the reasons why you came tonight is because you're really super keen to do this and you just wanted to just hang out a little bit and feel the vibe, get a bit more information on how things work, if you jump on that and you join us for the 18-month program before 8 o'clock tomorrow night, you'll get that special VIP business activation call with me. It's 1 whole hour and you can ask me anything you want of everything that I've done over the last 20 years, and it will just give you that extra level of confidence to get going. So whilst I've been saying that, Sarah's put a little question up here. Do you need any other qualifications before you do this course? So to join our baby massage teacher training course, you don't need any other qualifications. You just need to have a passion to work with parents and babies. I think that's probably come over already. It's good if you've got a basic understanding of biology, but we do cover everything in anatomy and physiology. We've got kind of like basic anatomy and physiology videos to help you remember if it's a long time ago since you studied. And then we actually keep it we kind of go into then what it is for babies. So we do both. And the other thing is, like if you've just got an interest in parent and baby health and well-being, really, that's the key thing that's going to help to motivate you. But to be honest, we've thought of pretty much everything because we want to support you, and we're always learning and developing as well. Like that's one of the key things about Blossom and Berry is I am in my business every single day. I have a huge team that includes occupational therapists, We have neonatal experts, we have special needs experts, we include lots of information about supporting SEND families. We have our free anti-racism course that comes with or our inclusivity and diversity course, which is called Safe Spaces. We have our free course Home as well, which helps you to create an eco-friendly business and make sure that you're putting the earth at the center of what you're doing. And we also have our free Love Creates Love course as well, which allows you to create groups to give back to your community. So it's not just baby massage, it goes much, much further as well. So Emma has a question here. She says, what is the cost over 18 months? It's £55 a month over 18 months if you would like to join, and that's just to the end of May. And like I said, if you join before tomorrow night at 8, you'll also get that VIP business activation call with me, which would be an honour to help you get started. Elise says, can you also mention the book of Tiffany Field, and what was the Infant Mental Health Foundation 1001 Days? What was it called? Yes, so Tiffany Field's book is called The Vital Touch. It's probably somewhere on my bookshelf. I'll see if I can find some of my books to show you tomorrow. I've had it out, so I'm writing a new course at the moment. So yeah, that's The Vital Touch by Tiffany Field. Other books that are really good, Why Love Matters by Sue Gerhardt. That's one of my favourite books as well. And another one, which probably is around here again. Yeah, let me just grab this. We have Peaceful Parenting by Robin Grill. That's another really favourite one of mine. Or Parenting for a Peaceful World. I think it's called Peaceful Parenting now. That's a very old edition of it. And another one which is really good is by Sally Goddard Blythe, which is called What Babies and Children Really Need, which is also very powerful as well. But all of these books are included on the reading list. Obviously there's the original book of Vimla McClure's, which is The Handbook of Loving Touch, which is beautiful. And then there's my book, which is here. The Baby Massage Handbook, which you get free when you join us as well. And we've made this really cheap, as cheap as we can make it, so that you can actually give this out to your clients. Instead of having handouts, you can actually order copies of this and give it out to parents and babies in your class, and it looks at everything that you need to know, talks about the love bubble, everything like that. So you can order those as well, so that parents have that really lovely book that they can bring home with them. And the Infant Mental Health Foundation 1001 Days, it's called the 1001 Days Institute, I believe. And if you Google that, you'll find it, and it's a kind of lobbying body that works to kind of change government policy to really be inclusive of the first 1001 days of life. It's a really big movement. So yeah, you can find lots of research articles there. And then there was also the Nurturing Care Framework, which is created by the World Health Organization as well. But you can find out lots of this if you pop over to the Blossom and Berry website and you look at the section called Our Mission. You will find a lot of the videos, like I say, the science and the research that supports everything that we're talking about. You can also pop over to our the section about us, where we talk about how we give back, and you can look at all the charitable projects that we do that are connected to the Nurturing Care Framework around the world. You can find out about all our free courses as well that come with our training. So the website has got lots and lots of information on too. And of course, I'll be sharing tomorrow more about how to become a confident and dynamic teacher, how to plan or structure classes, how to create workshops, how to do one-to-ones, how to create nurture retreats, all the different things that we have done over the years at Blossom and Berry, because we've always got so many people that are creating new ways of teaching, and we're evolving really to meet parent and baby needs. That's what we respond to, is what parents and carers need. And obviously coming out of COVID, the need for community is really, really super high. So I don't think we have any more questions on the Zoom call tonight. So what I'm going to do is wrap up for this evening. Just to remind you, if you want to achieve your certificate of attendance, I'm happy to mark your workbook. So you'll find the questions that relate to tonight's section there. You can send it to me, I'll mark it, and then you'll get a certificate of attendance. We'll be sending out some details of the special offer that we have on over 18 months tonight on email, and the replay will also be sent out tomorrow. And if you want to jump on because you think you're ready and you've got all the tingles tonight and you're like, yes, this feels like it's for me. If you join tonight and tomorrow before our next session, then you'll receive that free one-to-one VIP business activation call with me as well. That's worth £350, and I'd love to help you start your business. So that's me for tonight. I hope that you've really enjoyed this evening and that you've received lots of value and it's inspired you and it's given you the time and space to think about what it might be like to be a teacher and to feel as well what it might be like to be a teacher. And as ever, as I said, I'm here to answer any questions. This has been designed to help you. So anything that you need, drop it in the Village membership, send us a DM. We're here to support you. And I'm really looking forward to connecting with you tomorrow. So I'm sending you lots of love and I'll see you at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. All right then. Bye-bye.